One of our best success stories is a woman who was here during that first month that we were open, and she really didn't want to work with the program. She did some things that were harmful to the program, and it was very painful. We had to ask her to leave, and we had to call the police to help us ask her to leave. I got a call from her about 6 months ago saying, "Miss Sandra, I'd just like to apologize for the way I acted when I was there." And I said, "Wow, that means a lot to me." And she told me where she is now. She was working and stable, hasn't done drugs or prostitution. And she said, "Miss Sandra, it wouldn't have happened if y'all hadn't done what you did to me." And I thought that was a little odd the way it was worded, because it was one of the hardest things we did. We have a young lady that went through 2 semesters of the community college while she was with us, and she is now living in a different home, and she is in the middle of her 3rd semester and is working a job. And we still keep in touch. It's a joy to hear from her and to hear what she's doing. My name is Sandra Farrell. The organization is the Community of St. Therese of Lisieux, and we provide a home and I'm sorry. I do this all the time. Our mission statement: we are a residential community, and our mission statement is to provide support and education for women who have survived trauma, addiction, prostitution, and life on the streets. I had a dream that wouldn't go away, because I had heard about a place like this in Nashville called Magdalene, and I mentored with Oni Johns at Caritas Village. She taught me about nonprofits, and she taught me about community. And then our board kind of formed randomly there, and people walked in and heard what we were doing and wanted to be a part of it. We received the house through United Housing Incorporated. They receive homes for people who haven't owned a home before. They receive foreclosed homes from the banks, and so we were able to buy it at a very reduced price. Presbyterian Women PCUSA provided us with a grant to make that possible and to do some improvements to the house. We have had mission groups come and help us, and so we just wanted to be a place that was safe and was caring for those people who don't usually experience that. When I heard the stories from some of the graduates of the program in Nashville, what I heard was that their childhoods had lots of problems. And so when the story was told at my church, a person in the audience raised his hand and said, "How many of the women have undergone sexual abuse?" And the answer I heard was almost all, from the ages about 7 to 11 was when it usually starts. But all of them, once they're on the street, have been sexually abused. And all of a sudden, for me, it stopped being those people that don't want to get a job and don't want to get up and have to go to work each day, and so they sell their bodies, to, oh my goodness, I could be there because I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. And so I had a family that loved me and was around me and took care of me, so I didn't end up on the streets. So how can I not then give back to those that didn't have those benefits that I did? One of the first things we do is help them get medical attention, because when you live on the streets, it's very difficult to do that. We provide mental health assistance. We don't actually provide services here except for a safe, stable place to live and teaching about community. But we go out to other agencies in the city who already know how to do the things best. And so we've partnered with several of them. We need volunteers from time to time, and we welcome anyone that would like to do that. We also need funding. We would eventually like to have a second house, because there's so many women on the streets that are hurting, and so be involved in that way. We need a dentist that can help us, because it's the medical care is pretty available, but it's very difficult to get dental care. We have a tattoo parlor that works with us, because some of the women have been branded by their pimps, and so they work to make something beautiful out of something that was painful. Of course, cash donations are what we always need, because it takes quite a bit to support the women while they're here. It can supply household supplies. It can supply over-the-counter medicine or some prescriptions. It can provide personal care items that the women need. Those kind of things we provide for them, so that would help do that.
Memphis has a lot of heart. Let's grit, grind, and give on November 29th, Giving Tuesday.
I'm Sandra Farrell with the Lisieux community. Join us on November 29th with Grit, Grind, and Give by donating on our website, thelisieuxcommunity.org.